up, everybody? This is Tia Kirby, and I am here with a last-minute Halloween or costume style video where I'm showing you, of course, hair and makeup. This look was inspired by my t-shirt that I'm wearing from House of Swag, the Curl Power girl. I wanted to put my little spin on it and make it into a cute Halloween look. I'm still dealing with my little computer issues, but I'm trucking through, so y'all just bear with me. And as soon as I get all of that straightened out, then I will be back way more consistently. Anywho, I hope that you will enjoy this video. Of course, I'm including both the hair and the makeup. And as you can see, I have added some blue tips to my hair using conditioner and eyeshadow. So this look again is inspired by this cartoon comic book pop art styled Wonder Woman, which everything is very harsh, very drawn, because it is again comic book style. And I wanted to celebrate our fro, our curls, and just give it just a little twist versus just being Wonder Woman. Anywho, make sure that you go and check out houseofswag.com. It's one of my all-time favorite lines. You can actually use my code to save 10% off your order. And again, this is one of my favorite t-shirts. Isn't she cute? Yay. Anyway, I hope y'all love this video. If you have not already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Help me reach 50K before the year ends. Again, make sure that you subscribe. Be sure to turn on notifications. Hit the little bell icon twice. Hit it twice so that you always know whenever I post a new video and you will never miss out. As well, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up because it does help me out a lot. I really appreciate you watching. Hugs. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking out my videos. I hope that you will love both the hair and the makeup. And I will enjoy this last minute tutorial. Anyway, enjoy. I love you. Okay, so we are starting on wet hair, and my hair was freshly shampooed and deep conditioned, and I rinsed all of my deep conditioner out, and now we are starting with my rat tail comb, parting my hair basically in 3 sections going straight back. So I'm going to pin or bantu knot the sides and clip them out of the way, and then we will start with the center section with rolling. But first I'm going to apply a nice lightweight cream styler. Then I'm following up with my mint almond oil, and now I'm parting my first little section for my rollers. I'm also applying my Eco Styler gel. I always use the Argan Oil version. And as you can see, I'm rolling normally, not as I would when I would do a normal Perm Rod Set, because I am wanting to keep a certain type of curl for this style. So I decided to split the section so that I can get a better roll, and because I'm drying my hair, air drying my hair, I want it to dry faster. So I decided to go back and split the section in 2, and I'm applying my little rollers. I am not for sure because I have done away with the packaging what size they are, but as you can see, I'm using a mixture of what I had, and this is all set, tying it up in a scarf. And here we are the next day with my hair completely dry. And as you can see, my hair air dried perfectly, and I got some great little spiral curls. But before we start with the hair, let's use that same scarf that I used for overnight, push my hair back, keep it out of the way, and we're starting on the face. I have already applied my foundation, and now I'm using this Wet n Wild concealer as an eyeshadow base. And I'm going to start by using this eyeliner to fill in my brows. And again, remember, we're going for a pop art look, so everything is going to be very harsh and very filled in and very dark and deep and strong. So I'm using this Maybelline gel eyeliner to fill in my brows, and of course I'm making them look very strong and just kind of filling them in. Of course you can make your brows a little smaller, but I wanted the look to be kind of crisp, so I made sure that I just filled in my natural eyebrows. So I'm using the eyeshadow from Makeup Geek called Corrupt to kind of just set the eyeliner so that it didn't smear easily, and now I'm going in with this NYX full coverage concealer and just kind of making the I guess the eyebrows look a little more cleaned up and defined. And now I'm using my Morphe 350 palette and using, setting my concealer in, and now I'm going in with this, I guess what would you call it, like an orange spice color, just to create a transition, and now following that up with a deeper toned orange or burnt orange color and kind of shadowing it in, and then taking a clean eyeshadow brush just to buff it all out and make it have a good blend. So now I'm going in with this copper, I shouldn't call it copper, maybe more of a bronze, yes, I guess like a nickel bronze color to use really kind of as an eyeshadow base. And now I'm going in with this NYX pigment. It's a gold pigment, and I'm just kind of spraying my brush down and applying that with an e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. And now I'm going to mix these two colors from my Morphe palette and go in and just kind of blend in the crease and dull it out and make it not look so sharp, if you will. Now I'm going back in with those same two colors that I put on my lid to set my concealer, just to highlight under the brow. And now I'm going in with my all-time favorite, gotta cover those dark circles, which is the NYX Dark Circle Corrector. It's a great, inexpensive drugstore version. And then now I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Deep Ponce, which has a peach undertone, and it will help to, again, just kind of do away with my dark circles, and as you can see, they're pretty much almost non-visible anymore. Now it's time to highlight, so I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium, which has a bit of a yellow undertone, and it is, as you can see, brighter than my skin. And now I'm going to blend that all in using my Beauty Blender. Once that's set, I'm going to follow up and set my concealer in all the places where I highlighted with my Laura Mercier powder that I'm trying out for right now. I am actually really liking it though, so I think that I'm going to go ahead and break down and spend the money. I know, I'm late. So now I'm going in with this Wet n Wild contour palette. I didn't want to make my contour too strong or deep. I wanted it to look a little more natural just because of the way that the lady looks on the t-shirt. I want to keep it so it's not so chiseled, if you will. So now I'm going in with that same contour palette and carving out my nose, then I'll buff it out. I didn't want to make the contour look too sharp or strong just because the lady on my shirt did not. And then now I'm taking my Sigma Corday Rosa blush just to give it a natural blush, and this is my bronzer, a little bit of shade. I know it's all beat up. This is an LA Colors foundation that I've been using as my bronzer, but it works so well, so hey, let's roll with it. And now I'm going in with my Old Faithful, which is the NYX Mineral Set It Don't Fret It finishing powder, and this helps to blend it all in and make everything just mesh together. Now I'm going in with this liquid eyeliner. It is a liquid matte liner by NYX, and I'm creating my wing, which you can see here, and I'm gonna make it a somewhat thick but not too thick, and then bring it down under the eye but only halfway to the center of the eye, as we're going to leave a small gap underneath. Then I'll follow up with the Maybelline gel eyeliner that I used before to extend the inner corners of my eye. I got a little happy, so now I'm going to take this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade a Cool Tan to clean up any mistakes that I made and kind of dull that down a little bit. Then I'll use this L'Oreal Smoldering Pencil to tightline my waterline and also my upper lids. Then using this Ben Nye black body paint, I am creating two little lines on the sides of my nose just to give it character. And ignore that little third line that I created. That one will be going away soon. Then I'm using this small angled brush to create a line down the center of my nose, and then also kind of tracing out the inner portions of my nostril, if you will. And of course, going in to thin out a few of my lines. So word to the wise, keep you some concealer around just to clean up any mistakes and thin out any lines. Then I'll use that same paint to start at the lower portion of my jaw and trace into my chin. And then just so that I kept it kind of simple, I went back at the top of my temple and came down and met that line just to carve out my face. And I didn't do the forehead because I'll be wearing a crown. Now I'm going in with that same little angled brush and creating black lines around to trace out my lips and give it more of that comic book pop art feel. And then I decided to add a couple of marks just to trace in the sides of my nose to give it more of that comic book feel when I turn my head. Now I'm going on my neck, I'm adding a line just down from the underneath portion of my ear down to my collarbone and creating 2 lines on the inside just to give my neck some character. Then I decided to use the NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in the shade Kitten Heels, which is my all-time favorite red. However, I struggled on some areas, and I'll tell you where. But I decided to shade in the corners of my mouth or of my lips just to give it a little more character. And this is where I start struggling because this lipstick doesn't dry down to a complete matte finish. It dries down to more of a tacky finish. So word to the wise, use a true matte. I am taking that same white that I was creating the character lines on my lips and filling in that gap where I left open from the eyeliner on my eyes. So now, or my lower lid. Now you see me using some setting powder and a napkin to make my lips go for more of that matte finish, and that way I was able to get actual clean white lines using the white body paint, and then also so that it didn't turn pink. So here's where more fun starts. To use that conditioner and an eyeshadow, I actually mixed 2 eyeshadows, a ColurPop shadow and an old, I want to say it was a NYX matte shadow to create the blue that I have, and I mixed it with some conditioner and a couple of drops of oil in that cap and made myself a paste. And now I'm going in and applying it, as you can see, just rubbing it on the ends of my curls. And look how cute this is. So ladies, you don't have to go and bleach and damage your hair. You can use eyeshadow to get a color that you're wanting. You can actually use it all over your hair if you want. You would just probably need much more eyeshadow than I use. And now I'm separating my curls, just pulling them apart. And this stuff washes right out. I actually washed it after I filmed my this video, and it washed right out, very clean and no fuss. And I'm sure it'll probably stay. It would have stayed if I would have left it in, but I had something else to do the next day. So that my hair looks a little more voluminous or froed out, I decided to pull back the sides and also the front portion, and then pull the curls forward and of course add the crown. And then this will give me more of that big hair look. Of course, as my hair gets older, the bigger it looks, but since I styled my hair on freshly washed hair, then I have to work a little harder to get more volume. Again, I keep like separating the curls as much as possible just to throw it out a little bit more. And here you see is the final look of my pop art curl power Wonder Woman chick girl. I'm not really for sure what I wanted to call her, but I love it, and I hope that you do too. Key is don't overthink it. Make sure you have some concealer for the cleanup, and it's a simple, easy look. I know this is up a little bit after Halloween, as you can see, but computer issues, y'all pray for me because I'm trying not to get frustrated here, but keep the videos coming for you all. So just keep bearing with me until I can get a new computer. Anywho, enough of that sad stuff. I hope that you truly enjoyed this look and will possibly use it for another costume event, which I think is super fun, and that you will try it out. And I really, really appreciate you watching and sticking with me. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I think I said that. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching.